Well, free in tech world, that just means pay later in headaches. So whenever we are searching for the virtualization solutions and trying to find a proper hypervisor for our data center, so the first option is VMware, and as a second option and more stable option, we can also consider Microsoft Hyper-V. But when I try to explore Google, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and other learning options like Udemy, YouTube, and also find lots of research articles. So I find that there are a number of open source solutions available which are stable, which are providing all kinds of advanced level features regarding the data center clustering, high availability, fault tolerance, and lots of other features like live data migration, storage replication, and all these features are available without any cost. It means these all open source solutions are providing all these features, all these capabilities, all these stuff without any additional licensing cost, and you can enjoy all these features without any additional cost. You just need to download the hypervisor, configure it on your host machines, configure the clustering feature, each and everything, blah blah blah, and you will enjoy the virtualization technology. Is it really true? So without grabbing, without exploring, and without research, if you are believing this, so it's a, you can say, in the virtualization or in the technology world, it's a trap, or it's more like a technological prank with you. And all these facts will explore in this section. Hello and welcome to all of you on my productive and industry oriented training platform. So as we are dealing with the tech world, and most of the time we come up with the those topics which are generally related with the industry, and we try our level best to provide that kind of content which is really worthful for our audience, for our viewers, and for the industry experts as well. So in right now in this series we are going to explore all the options regarding the Proxmox VE. Basically, when we talk about the virtualization world and we explore the YouTube or Udemy, so there are lots of comments, there are lots of videos, and there are lots of courses available on the platform of Proxmox VE. Basically, it's a open source virtualization hypervisor, and it come up with all kinds of advanced level solutions which generally provide by VMware or Hyper-V or other stable hypervisors. So most of the time we consider that it's an open source solution. It provides all kinds of features and all kinds of advanced capabilities without any additional licensing cost. So we just download it, installed it, configure it, and make a home lab for the purpose of testing and scenario based learning as well. But when we are going with the industry, so we need to identify the real information about all the technologies which we are generally implement in our data center. So when I talk about the Proxmox VE, yeah, it's a true that it's an open source solution, and it's a free of cost without any licensing fee or without any licensing subscription. And it's also true that you can adopt all kinds of advanced level features like clustering, storage migration, virtual switching, performance optimization, and all features which generally provide by a stable hypervisor. And when we explore all these features, we really enjoy, and we suggest that we need to go with the Proxmox VE without exploring the real facts about this technology. So let's go and search what kind of facts available with the Proxmox VE and why we are not using this technology in our data centers in 2025. So if Proxmox is that much productive and that much low cost, or even it's free of cost, so why it's not capturing the virtualization industry? That's the first question. Because if a product is free of cost without any licensing, so enterprises needs to deploy this product to save the cost and get all the advanced features about the virtualization technology. So the first thing is that this Proxmox VE virtualization platform is not without any licensing fee. You need to purchase, or you need to pay for its subscriptions and licensing cost as well. There are four major kinds of subscriptions for the Proxmox VE, which generally published on the Proxmox official website as well, and all these links will be available inside the description. Previously, in our session where I was discussing about the comparison between VMware and Hyper-V, and when I upload the video, so a comment appear that Proxmox VE is free of cost. Why you are not going with this technology, and why you are wasting time with the VMware and Hyper-V, and it's a technology which will cover, or which will capture the industry in coming years in 2025 or in 2026. I was shocked, and I also reply on that comment that, man, look, it's not a free of cost. You need to pay whenever you are going to implement this technology inside your enterprise level data center. So we were talking about the subscription model of the Proxmox VE. So here are the four subscriptions model. The first one is community based. So it's very low cost. It's only charge almost 95 euro per server. So it means that if you have a data center where you have 10 physical hosts, so you need to purchase 10 subscriptions on a community base, which cost you 95 euro. And it's a community support where you can just comment, where you can just post your issues, and the community members will definitely reply on those comments and on those issues as well. So it's a very basic kind of subscription which does not provide any kind of support related with the deployment, implementation, integration, and industry oriented scenarios as well. Now, the second subscription is known as the basic subscription, which is cost for 270 euro. And that 270 euro is not for whole data center. It's a per host cost. So if you have 10 host machines inside your data center, which is very minimal amount of the virtual machines, because when we talk about the enterprise level data centers, so there are 40, 60 and hundreds of hosts available inside the data center. So it's a basic kind of subscription, and the subscription cost is 270 euro per host. So now you have an idea that it's not a free product. And the response time for this kind of subscription is 1 business day. So if you have any kind of issue appear in your data center, in your production infrastructure, so you need to wait for 24 hours with this subscription. Okay. Now the third subscription is known as standard subscription, and you will be gone crazy when you heard about the cost of this subscription. And this subscription cost is 600 euro per host machine. And You can avail 4 hours of wait time for any ticket you're gonna open with the Proxmox VE support team. So in a production infrastructure, you are dealing with the with your clients and customers globally, and you need to wait for almost 4 hours to reply on the ticket or to resolve the ticket, where in the production environment each and every second in the business is really critical and important. Now the final subscription which Proxmox generally offer for their enterprise customer is known as premium support or premium subscription or subscription plus plans. That subscription cost is 1,350 euro per host. So if you have 10 hosts, so just multiply 1350 with 10. So you need you will get the idea how much they are charging for their product. Now question will come up in your mind, if this product is why that kind of pranks and scams or traps articles available on the social media, on the Google and other platforms, that it's free of cost. And in this section I also comment that yeah, it's a free of cost. The important thing is that the first deployment, implementation, integration is without any cost. But after the deployment, if you want to upgrade or install updates for your Proxmox V hypervisor, so it's gonna charge you. There are number of community free updates available, but these updates are not stable. If you install those updates on your production infrastructure, and if anything went wrong with your hypervisor, so you will lose all your deployment configuration and virtual machines as well. So the first deployment is really free of cost. It's a true thing. But if you want to future updates for your virtualization infrastructure, so you need to purchase the subscription. So before considering the Proxmox VE for your enterprise data center, you have to consider that it's a trap or it's a prank whenever anyone says that it's a free of cost. Yeah, it's a important thing. You need to explore this technology just for the purpose of learning new skills. You can also build any kind of non-production data center for your organization, for your customers, for your clients. But when we talk about the production infrastructure, production data center or enterprise level data center, you have to be very careful about the Proxmox V deployment for your data center host machines. So in this section, we just explore about the subscriptions and so-called free model about the Proxmox VE. In the coming sessions or in the coming videos, we will definitely cover the technical side of the Proxmox VE, the technical limitations which generally we faced when we deploy these products inside our data center, even with the paid subscriptions as well. Thank you very much. Well, during the technical proposal, I proposed two major products regarding the virtualization to my customer. The first one was VMware ESXi, while the second one was Microsoft Hyper-V. So after the initial discussion, they just respond me that why you are not going with the Proxmox V, because it's an open source solution and it's come up with all advanced kinds of features regarding the clustering, live migration, storage replication, and important thing is it's without any cost. We don't need to put up any additional cost for the subscription model. So why you are not going with the Proxmox VE? So I provide them detailed technical options why we are not going with the Proxmox VE, and why all these are the rumors regarding the subscription, technical side, deployments, integration, and furthermore, when we talk about the hybrid kind of environment where we can create the hybrid cloud infrastructure. So what are the realities about the Proxmox VE? We will definitely discuss in this section. So my first point was, if Proxmox VE or other open source applications are without any paid subscription, so why major enterprises are not going to deploy all these open source virtualization platforms? Even if you talk in 2025, so they are just capturing the global market capturing rate is only 1%. So when we talk about the virtualization platform, so these all open source applications which cover KVM, Proxmox VE, OVERT, and other options regarding the open source platform, so they are only covering 1% of the market share. That's the real reason why we are not going with the Proxmox VE. So they shocked. So why you are looking towards the global market? So I again replied them, look, if it's a free of cost product, so definitely all enterprises wants to save the budget, save the cost, and they will definitely adopt the Proxmox VE solution for their enterprise data centers. The thing is, it's not free of cost. The first deployment, the first installation is definitely free of cost. All features are implemented without any additional cost. But if you are talk about the support services, if you talk about the updates and other advanced level ticketing systems regarding the Proxmox VE, so it's not a free of cost. The second important thing about the budgeting related with the Proxmox VE, it will not provide you licenses for whole data center, for number of host machines. They will charge you per host, and this cost is definitely a high amount whenever we calculate for our enterprise level data center. So that is the first reason why I'm not going with the Proxmox VE. Now, the second and more important option about the deployment, implementation, configuration of the Proxmox VE. So when we try to adopt this open source virtualization technology, we need to understand that the base operating system for this technology is Debian. So you need professional experts which are completely aware about the open source application or open source operating system which is on the platform of Debian. So you need a lot of expertise, kernel compilation, storage management, storage deployment regarding the implementation of Proxmox VE. You can also hire those professionals for your project, but the important thing is that the major implementation is completely CLI based. Although there is a GUI interface is available, but you can perform very minimal tasks from your GUI interface. The major deployments, integrations, and configurations monitoring are although will be from the CLI mode, which is really critical, because sometime when you are in hurry and you want to deploy major changes in your production infrastructure, so in that scenario it will be really critical for your production infrastructure. The third and major option about the Proxmox VE that we are not adopting this technology or this virtualization platform for our data center is that it's really limited when we talk about third party integrations. You know that when we implement our data center and we configure number of virtual machine inside the data center, and there are number of users available who try to access our infrastructure on daily basis, and their data virtual machines and all the deployments are really important. So for all these infrastructure related activities, we need to perform data backups for virtual machines and for user data as well. Although there are built-in backup tools available inside the Proxmox VE, but important thing is that if you are going to adopt any third-party solutions like Veeam, Synology and other applications for enterprise level backups, incremental backups, differential backups, so this kind of support is not available with Proxmox VE, and it's the biggest limitation because in any kind of disaster or in any kind of snapshot scenarios or any kind of backup solutions, we will nothing to do with the Proxmox VE. So it's the biggest limitation. That's why we are not going to adopt the Proxmox VE for our virtualization platform. The fourth and really important drawback or disadvantage of the Proxmox V is that when we talk about the high availability or cluster deployment, so you cannot automate, you cannot perform any kind of automatic replication for your virtual machines, for your storage. Whenever you want to make any kind of replication, so all these replications will be performed manually, and it's the biggest limitation because when we talk about the production infrastructure, we know that we are not limiting ourselves with the number of VMs. There are might be 50 VMs, 100 VMs and 200 VMs, and in that case if I want to migrate or replicate 10 to 15 VMs or 30 VMs in a simultaneously manner, so I need to perform all these tasks manually, while in 2025 we perform almost major tasks via automation. So it is another biggest limitation with the Proxmox VE. So before selecting the Proxmox VE for your virtualization platform, be aware with all these kinds of limitations. Number 5, we are going to discover the performance limitations when we talk about the virtual machine implementation. As we discussed that Proxmox is a open source application and the base operating system for this virtualization platform is Debian. So there are a number of limitations when open source interacting with Microsoft operating system. So whenever I want to configure server 2022, server 2025 or any client operating system on the platform of Proxmox VE virtualization, so there are number of bottlenecks will be faced during these deployments and operations as well, because there are number of compatibility issues when we talk about the Microsoft Windows operating system on the platform of virtualization when we going with the deployment of Proxmox VE. The sixth and the biggest limitation of the Proxmox VE that no official cloud integration like VMware and Hyper-V. We know that if we have a data center where I configure VMware as a virtualization platform, and on the other hand, if I have a data center where I deploy Microsoft Hyper-V, so these both virtualization platforms are completely compatible with all major cloud vendors. It might be Microsoft Azure, Amazon, GoDaddy, Google Cloud. So they all are compatible regarding the replication, migration, backup solutions. But when we talk about the Proxmox VE, no official cloud integration available from Proxmox VE. So it's the biggest limitation because right now in 2025 we are dealing with the cloud era. There are number of applications available which generally run on major cloud vendor. So if there is a limitation regarding the cloud integration, So we need to be aware about the implementation of Proxmox VE. Now time comes to give the final verdict about the Proxmox VE. So after considering these six technical limitations about the Proxmox VE, so we finalize that it's not for the production infrastructure, because if we deploy this product in our production data center with all these limitations, so we will definitely in trouble whenever we are dealing with the operations, administration and integration. But if you want to create a home lab, or if you want to go with the testing environment, so for that purpose you can utilize the Proxmox VE because it's a free of cost. So for non-production environment, for home labs, it's recommended that you can explore this product for the purpose of learning new skills. But when we talk about the production infrastructure, we don't recommend that you go with the Proxmox VE. Thank you very much.